Welcome to the Mount Rushmore podcast. Yeah, baby, yeah. Hey, Mount Rushmore podcast. Yeah, doggy.
Welcome everybody to episode 14 with the one and only Jason Ponzi Logan. He's
Yay!
yeah. Oh, by the way, Jason, we have on the soundboard, there's lots of fun on the Mount Rushmore stuff. They are all Trump stuff.
You are fake news.
Bing, bing,
I bet you'll love that.
Yeah, it's good stuff. All right, quick intro on Jason. So this is actually kind of a funny story. I don't know why I'm so bad at like thinking of things to say on the spot, and I of course we work with Jason, like every other guest so far. Oh, actually no, Joe was our first not friend that we work with. So that's great. But Jason had to get himself recognized at work a little bit, and I had to talk about him. I had to talk about him in front of the whole squadron. And so, fun fact, I know we're not doing fun facts, but I'm going to do some fun facts. Jason has 3 first names. What's up?
Did you hear him, Logan?
No, I'm getting like 1 out of 5 words.
Oh, am I back?
I'm sure that the recording has it though.
Yeah, the recording has it perfect. But I haven't really said anything important yet. I should be back now, yeah? Sorry,
Yep,
everybody.
you're good.
We are, I am having some internet problems. And so, yeah, anyway. So I had to do some recognition for Logan at work and talk about him in front of everybody. And so Jason has 3 first names as his whole name. And
Yep.
I don't do so well at like just standing in front of people and talking off the cuff. Like I can brief and talk about things I really know about, but just making shit up, I kind of just like black out and start saying random shit. And so I get up there and I'm like, my intro to Jason is I call him by his middle name, David, for the first time
name.
ever. Yeah.
First name.
Yeah.
David's my first name.
David
Jason's my
Jason
middle name.
Logan.
No, it's not.
It is.
Yes,
No,
it is.
No, it's not.
100%.
No, are you kidding me? So I was right.
This is why
It's
you don't know
David
me.
Jason Logan.
No way. I always thought it was Jason. I'm so confused. I mean, the MOACer, like our thing that has everybody's data on it, has Jason as your first name. I'm pretty sure. So
That's funny. It's been a problem with like my whole life.
oh,
Sometimes I'm like 2 people in school. They're like David Logan, Jason Logan.
I'm gonna check this at work
You're
tomorrow.
like,
I think
I'm
you're
here.
lying to me.
He's not lying to you.
Okay. Well, anyway, I thought I called him by the wrong name. He's got 3
He did.
first names. Well, I called you David in front of everybody, and I thought I called you by your middle name, and I was like, why did I just call you by your middle name? Well, that's because I like black out talking in front of crowds when I like don't know exactly what I'm going to say. So actually, one of the reasons I wanted to start in the podcast, why I wanted an intro section on guests, is I wanted practice of just talking about somebody off the cuff.
Oh, nice.
How's it going?
It hasn't helped apparently. Well, I'll tell you what, I feel less nervous about it, so I just get up there and I just say some bullshit, and I'm like, all right, well, that was awkward, but
Moving on.
it is what it is. NBD. So yeah, Jason, we work with Jason. He is, what can I say? What kind of nice things can I say about him?
He's like
All right.
50 years old.
Yeah, they don't have to be nice.
Well, I'm trying to work on
He
only
works
saying
for
nice things.
Plexus.
Yeah, he's a defense contractor. And
He's really nice.
He is. I
Aw.
feel like we have
I've
a
lived
lot
with
in
these
common,
intros.
actually. What? Am I?
No, we heard you.
Oh, okay.
Oh, we heard you. We got you.
He's cool, calm, and collected always.
True.
The thing that I tried to say in front of everybody at the squadron was, I was trying to get everybody to try and challenge him to a grip contest because he's got the strongest grip of any human I've ever met. And I just like ended up blabbering about his baseball mitten hands and that everyone should shake his hand. And I'm sure every single person in the crowd was like, what the fuck is this guy talking about? Could you stop talking now? And so I stopped talking.
Oh, it's good though, 'cause as soon as I got down, like every single person, as I walked back to my seat, wanted to shake my hand.
That's right. That's right.
That's funny.
They're testing you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes. And Logan's call sign is Ponzi because on our previous deployment was the COVID market crash. And I think he was already doing stock market stuff a little bit. Maybe not. Maybe that's when he really started. But he made a decent amount of money, and all these people started asking him advice. And he had the gall to give investing advice to a bunch of people, and a bunch of people lost a lot of money. Well, not a lot of money. You know, they lost. Hopefully, they didn't put more money into the market than they could afford losing, but. And if they did,
most
that's
people
Raise
told
your
me it was,
hand
like,
if you were
$200.
personally victimized. There was like a
Yes.
whole like trading group chat that I was part of.
oh yeah, I forgot you were in
That's
that.
funny. I was just recently thinking
I
about
didn't
that.
fall. I didn't fall to the scheme though.
You know,
Really?
I'm
today-
just kidding.
on March 23rd, 2025 is a great time to buy. No joke.
Shut up.
I kid you not.
What are we
Buy
The
buying?
market did a
what?
big ass correction. And so now it's like at a low point. Like a lot of people are comparing it.
Mhm.
All the same indicators that were like
They're
the
comparing it to
indicators of why
COVID?
I bought during COVID.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Like there's so many things that are comparable, and like there's not even close to as many bad indicators. Like all the stuff that really would cause a recession are not there. So
Right.
Well, I mean, even if you bought now and there was a recession, as long as you don't sell it, by the end of the year, you'll probably have doubled your money. So,
there's some nerdy numbers in there, like basically 100% of the time within 3 months you're up 5 to 10%.
yeah. Well, even so, if you, I don't know what the time frame is, but if you expand the time frame to like 5 years, there's you have like 100% chance in the S&P 500 to double or triple your money in 5 years, no matter what the market is doing today.
Yeah. So if you
Or
go
tomorrow.
back, I don't know if we want to go off on a little mini rabbit trail, but if you
Let's do
go back
it.
like 50 years, all of the same situations that we're in like today, within 2 months, 100% of the time it's up. So it's a pretty good indicator right now. And the market just dipped a bunch, so you get a bunch of stuff essentially on sale.
Yeah.
Buy Tesla, everyone, and Palantir. Well, because the market's on
Tesla.
what down like 8%, 9%. Tesla's down like 53% right now from all-time highs.
Well, a lot of them, like, oh man, I could have a whole podcast on stonks, but a lot of them are essentially like at the support bottom of multi-year bottoms, like 2-3 year bottoms, and they're resisting going any lower. So there's like a billion different indicators that basically say stonks go up.
Yeah. Finance bros.
Yep.
Good
Oh,
times.
yeah.
What else can I say about Jason? He's big into gaming.
You're
Yeah.
He's a really nice guy. And let's get this little pod going today. So our topics today, our guest topic for Jason, David Jason Logan, I'm just going to call you Logan. For Logan is he's going to cover his Mount Rushmore of lessons learned from past relationships. And then we're all going to, yes, that's a really good one. And then we're all going to cover our MRO of fufu coffees. So think mochas, lattes, whatever. And then our MRO of I don't need to say MRO of Mount Rushmore of childhood dream jobs. It's really hard to say MRO and then just go into the sentence, the grammar, the brain no likey. I almost forgot. We're gonna talk about our weeks first. Lib, why don't you kick us off? Tell us about yours.
Wow.
Sickness.
So since the last time I talked to all of you, I got the flu this week. And it knocked me on my ass. So we try to record on Sundays. So we did the podcast last Sunday. 24 hours after that podcast that we did. Well, it was less than. It was like Monday afternoon at work. I started getting the chills and I was like, oh man. I was like, well, maybe I'm just getting a cold or something. It was not a cold. I had a fever for like 2.5 days. Finally could like get up enough to go to a doctor because I was like, I just wanted to make sure it wasn't anything, I guess, more than like the flu or COVID or something. And so they tested me for both of them and they were like, yeah, dog, you have the flu. And I was like, that checks.
The man flu, the worst.
Yeah, so now I have this nasty cough. I've still kind of been like recovering over the weekend, but it was one of my high school best friend's birthday. And so we went to DFW. We went out and did a birthday celebration for her. So
and you got everybody
that was
sick?
fun. No, I'd been fever free.
Did you wear a mask?
For like 48 hours. No.
You savage.
I know.
Where's the Trump button?
I wore a mask when I saw my grandma this morning, though, because if she got the flu, she'd have to be in the hospital. So, yeah, I didn't get that close to her, but yeah, I mean, really not much to report. I thought I was dying. Not really. That's exaggerated, but I was worried because the fever wasn't going away. And I was like, oh, man. But turns out I'm fine. Flu just has to run its course. And that doctor I went and saw was like, man, it's a shame you got it because it's like on the downhill slope right now. I was like, fucking thanks.
Oh,
it was like, well, it caught me. And you know what's funny? Is that obviously, when you're in the military, you have to get the flu shot every year. This is my first year not being in the military. And I didn't even like rebel on purpose. I just straight up forgot to go get a flu shot. And look what happened to me. So.
Oh, geez.
Get your flu shot, kids. I don't know. I probably still would have gotten it. Even if I had the flu shot. But maybe it wouldn't have been as bad. But. Yeah, honestly, my week, just being sick, a birthday celebration, and now we're back home, and I'm going back to work tomorrow. Burnt a lot of sick time. And then, the best part, arguably the best part, is that all the dudes that I work with were like, hey, they're like, you can come in, like, on Friday if you really need to, but they were like, you can do half of what you do here on your computer at home. And they were like, we're not going to say anything, but like, we really don't want to get the flu. So could you not come into work? And I was like,
well, the good news is you just announced to the world that they tried to allow telework.
Literally.
FBI, get her.
Yeah. If you're listening, everyone, and we know that you are. No, I'm just kidding. It's just our friends who listen to this. And by the time something could be done about it, it'll be way too late. So
Yeah, statute of limitations.
Yeah, or something like that.
Been
I don't know.
84 years.
I don't know. Maybe we'll edit that part out. But anyway, I did use a lot of sick time though. So I basically used sick time, but was like at my house on Friday working. My conscience didn't feel great about just taking a day.
That's what it's
But,
for.
like, no, my conscience didn't feel great about not taking a sick day on Friday.
Oh, yeah.
So I
just
took
take
a sick day on Friday. Yeah.
But then you still worked?
Yeah, minimally though. Like there was nothing going on. I got like 3 emails the whole day or something. The airfield was closed.
Mhm.
Like there was some training going on, so there wasn't much going on at all. That's not my fault. That's just Dice Air Force Base.
Yeah. Your flu shut down everything.
Yeah. Anyway,
Oh,
who wants to go next?
I think Logan is going to go next. Tell us a little bit about your...
David Jason Logan.
Actually, I'm just going to call him by a different name every single time.
Yeah, send
Yeah. Tell us what you think, Jason.
it. Just about my week.
Yeah.
So I think it was Monday or Tuesday. I got a letter of decline for a job I applied for. It was a little poopy, but I
No.
kind of already knew it was coming. Nice. Yeah, but I basically, like, the one guy in the company that could have beat me for the job applied for it, even though it was like a lateral move. So I'm okay with that. And then I applied for the job under him, and didn't hear anything until Thursday. I got a schedule for a interview on Tuesday this coming week, so that's kind of exciting.
Oh wow, is it with the same company?
It is. It's with
Okay, okay.
Plexus. Yeah,
Okay, so you're staying with Plexus, it's just a different position.
yeah, definitely
Okay, cool.
open to other opportunities, but I, for the time being, I'm there, and the job would be a pretty cool job, and the pay bump would be hopefully pretty significant. So kind of excited about that. It'd be a lot less travel too, because normally I travel. Like lately, it's been about 40% of my life is travel, which is
Oh
an
my
absurd
god,
amount.
bro.
Yeah, I'm like, this is like triple what I do in the military for deployments. So can we not?
Yeah.
No kidding.
Plus big pay bump. Plus I would be doing pretty fun stuff. I hope that they're not going to try to come at me with a super low ball offer, because I just want like an average for the Portland market. I'm not asking for craziness, but I am asking for more than they're offering initially. So we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll keep a drum roll going the whole week.
Yeah. Tuesday we'll see. The people I have to interview with, I think, are a fan of me, so that is potentially good.
Oh, good.
The guy that got the job over me actually is one of the ones that's going to be interviewing me, because the position is for the one underneath the position I was originally applying for.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
David the Bottom.
Yeah, pretty much.
What else is new?
Man, new this week, not a ton.
Did you
realized
post
that
Instagram pictures?
Oh, I didn't. I need
Shame.
to do that. Did I?
Shame.
Did you see the one that I posted last week? I think.
Oh,
Yeah.
no. Look
I'm
it up right now.
gonna set my reminder to post it after this. Do that right now. So
I'll
for the
whip it
crowd
up right now.
Marcus and I were talking, and we both have this like reason, or our reasons for not posting on our photography, which we're both fairly big fans of doing photography.
Yeah.
And we decided to agree to each other to post one photo a week, and it doesn't have to be like a new photo or anything. Just start sharing for sharing and for ourselves, not for ultimately like for both of us. Like we don't want to care about the likes or how many views it gets, because that was a big detractor when both of us got into photography. It's like you get the one hit. Like for me, ironically, it was like my very first photo got like a ridiculous amount, like 100,000 plus views in the first week, and I was like, wow, this is awesome. And then I tried really, really hard and spent a lot of time, and I'm like, man, this photo is like 10 times better than the last one. And then it would get like 1,000 views, and I'm like, man, I feel like shit. And then
kind of takes the fun out of it, because you like end up just chasing like the hashtags, and then you don't get likes, and then you feel like a loser, and you're like, why am I letting social media make me feel like a loser? Like, this is the fact that I feel like a loser is what makes me a loser, not the lack of likes.
Yeah. Around that same time is when I stopped. I say stopped. I still do Facebook like once a month, basically to look at like family photos and post 60 photos to the family about all the stuff that's going on in life. But yeah, I don't do too much social media anymore. Around that same time frame, because of that same reason, I found myself like scrolling through. I think they call it death scrolling or whatever. And
Good old doom scroll.
Yeah, doom scrolling. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then like constantly looking at my own updates. I'm like, oh, who liked it? Who commented? Who cares? Who cares about me?
I know, it's it's like a black hole. It just sucks you in.
Seems like and all the old farts are always like, that's a problem with the next generation, but kind of seems like that.
It is true. It is true. All right. So what happened in my week? Well, I ran my PT test on Sunday, and I don't know why. So, like on last week's episode, I was talking about how I needed a week off from the podcast because my body battery was in the dumps, and I was feeling like doggy doo-doo and exhausted. That like kind of led to the same thing. So like Monday and Tuesday, where I think my low was like 5 and my high was like 17. And so I did nothing on Monday and Tuesday other than, I went to work on Tuesday. Don't work on Monday. So that was nice.
What's the low and high?
So my watch, I have a smart watch, and it like, it does heart rate, but it also does, it measures the oxygen in your blood. And then it like measures your stress levels and blah, 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 blah. And it has this body battery thing, essentially just how exhausted are you? And it, and it like tracks your sleep and whatnot. So as, if you have a couple of nights of bad sleep, and then like you worked out really hard and your stress levels were high, and then you have like 2 or 3 days in a row of that, it starts driving your body battery down. And I don't know how accurate it is, but it's on a scale of 0 to 100. And when I'm in the 80s, which is kind of like where I usually am, kind of averaging between 80 and like, I guess 100. So between 80 and 100. But every now and then, it's like if I had a couple of hard weeks in the gym, slept really poorly, my body battery I can't catch up. And then when I'm down in the 20s, I definitely feel worse, and I don't want to talk to people. I don't want to be social. I don't want to do anything. So it's hard to do a podcast where you have to talk to people when you're like, the last thing I want right now is to use my mouth for words and to listen to other people's mouths make words. Like I'm good. So usually drill weekends are like where it really piles up, and from the last week of January to basically last weekend was it was just pretty crazy at work with we had 2 different 2-week AT periods. One of those didn't have, and like a drill weekend, and then there was 12 days in a row with no day off, and it was just woof. It was a lot. So Monday and Tuesday, I did nothing. I literally laid around. Wednesday,
Reset.
yeah.
Good.
Wednesday, went to work. That's it. Thursday,
What kind of watch?
it's a Garmin.
Nice. I'm gonna have to get that model for me later.
Okay.
Been looking for a
GovX.
watch.
This is the ultra special cool one for the military that like you can turn off, so it doesn't do any kind of recording. It can you can connect it to your phone and have your phone send you notification, but it has no recording capability. And
Nice.
you can turn off, like you click a button and it turns off all the transmitting stuff, so you can take it into secure locations.
That's pretty dope.
Yeah, it's nice. It's handy. You don't have to have 2 watches. Thursday. Oh, I took Friday off because I just wanted an extra day. And did I do anything with that time? Oh, I fixed my fence. We had a big windstorm.
Nice.
Blew down the fence. So the neighbor
Oof.
and I got together and fixed the old fancy fence.
Did you put in a post in, or how'd you do it?
So it's funny, they just like the way they built these fences, you can tell that they didn't care. And so the little metal latches that they use to connect the fences, so you have 4x4s in the ground, and then in the middle there's a 2x4s running along the length, and then the boards just kind of sit, so there's 2 2x4s right next to each other with a little bit of a gap in the middle, and the fence actual like pieces of wood that make I don't what do you call those? It's not the posts, it's the slats. Is that what you call them?
Sure. Yeah.
Just kind of sit in the little space. So it's really cheaply made. It looks okay. It looks nice, but the way that they put the 2x4s across is with these little metal hangers, and so the posts, the 4x4s, stayed in the ground, and the metal brackets just got like ripped out of the fence. So like
Hey.
all we had to do was get new brackets and just line it up with just like lift the fence, because it like fell in one whole piece. So you just put it back on the brackets and it's good to go. So it was actually a really easy job.
That's pretty convenient. I
Yeah,
have to redo
super
my fence, but we're gonna have to redo the posts and everything, all the slats. It's like
gross.
Oh.
rotting.
Ugh.
My dog just jumped over the fence and broke one of the slats, actually. And
That's
my
nice.
dog
That's
is-
the Margot special, I call it.
yeah, he's 160-pound Great Dane, and
It's a lot of dog to jump.
yeah, I went from like dead ass asleep because Allie was the one that let him out, and then she started like yelling my name. And so in the span of about 10 seconds, I went from dead asleep to running through like dog shit and blackberry bushes to try to get over there. Not clothed, because she was like, the dog's in the neighbor's yard. I don't know if he's in their house and all this. So that was fun.
Oh, good times. What it is to have dogs.
Yeah.
So great. And then I think that pretty much sums it up. Oh, I went to Mexican. I took myself out to dinner last night. Got some Mexican food and a margarita.
Where'd you
That was
go?
nice.
Hirocho.
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yes. I was actually one of the topics we considered was Mount Rushmore of Mexican restaurants. That's why I thought of Mexican restaurants, because I was sitting in El Jarocho.
Hell yeah.
So TLDR, I didn't do anything this week, and it was really boring. There you go. That's the
But
week.
you feel recovered. Yeah.
I do feel recovered. Very
Glorious.
nicely. Nice 3-day weekend.
Hell yeah.
Got some good workouts in on Friday and Saturday, and went to yoga today. That was nice.
Look at you.
Back on the. Oh, you know what? The only thing I thought about talking about in this section is the one thing I didn't talk about. It was my first, well, minus going to Mexican food last night, yeah, which was my prize to myself. I did my first full week of my diet, and it felt nice. It's basically a ribeye diet, so it's not made in the air fryer, Olivia. So you would be proud.
Wow, how'd you do it?
Why are you barking? Ding dong. No, 1 second.
I'll say ding dong. She's gonna think it's the doorbell.
There's another dog in the neighborhood barking, so she's got to join in on the festivities. How do I do? So I just have my rack in the fridge where every day when I so I'm doing dry brining. So you just cover it in salt, put it in the fridge, take it out the next day, just pan sear it. Okay. Nice and simple. Yeah, okay. 12 minutes. Flip it every 30 seconds for 12 minutes. Comes out perfect every time. And
do you have a pellet smoker?
I don't want to do that much work, but yes, I do.
Okay. Is it electric?
Yeah, it's a Traeger.
Huh.
I already have, because we work 9-hour days, I don't want to spend 3 hours a night cooking. So I was using the air fryer with tri-tip because it was just the fastest. It needs to be fast. If it's not fast, I will fall off the wagon like on day 3 because it's just inconvenient. So this is pretty convenient. And my only source of carbs is honey. I started doing plain Greek yogurt with honey. Oh.
Yeah, it's
interesting.
It's so good.
I used to do that on deployment.
It's so good. Oh man.
Because they had like the good yogurt over there. So
good.
I would do yogurt with honey in it on deployment, and it was so good.
Mm-hmm.
Can you do fruit on this diet?
I can do whatever I want on it.
So I do frozen fruit with Greek yogurt and honey.
Oh, it's so tasty.
It is the money.
Yeah, frozen fruit's real good because it kind of makes it like little like icy.
Yeah, it's almost slushy. Like you're eating ice cream. It's straight up like ice cream.
Good.
It does sound nice. And I made the Mississippi pot roast for
hell yeah, brother.
But with tri-tip.
Was it good?
Yeah, it's pretty good. I mean, I think it's better than doing chuck just because it tastes better than chuck. But
what is Mississippi?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you weren't here for our Thanksgiving episode. So it is. This is thanks to Olivia. You take why can't I think of the name? Crock pot, and you put however much meat you want in the crock pot, and then you take a packet or 2, depending on how much meat you put in there, of ranch dressing, like it's not pre-mixed,
dry
it's just
mix.
It's just the powder. Yeah. Take a couple of au jus bag mixes, put it in there, a little bit of butter, some pepperoncinis, and just a dab of pepperoni like juice. And then you let her rip.
Just let it go.
I don't remember
stupid
where it's
good.
From. There's another one that's very similar. It's like the Gardiana mix that has like the cauliflower and everything.
Mm-hmm.
So you throw the meat in there and whatever spices you want. Like I usually do like black pepper and actually smokehouse maple. McCormick Smokehouse Maple. Everybody should try it. Take note. And then just a bottle or a jar of that. And you include like everything in it, all the juice and everything. You throw it in, and it's like ridiculously simple, and it tastes amazing.
Sounds good.
I used to always use McCormick steak seasoning but I did an allergy test, and the thing that I'm most allergic to is soy, and all of those pre-mixed everything, they always have soy and other seed oils mixed in them. And so I've just been trying to eliminate soy. So I have a giant thing of McCormick steak seasoning. But now I just do salt.
I'm going to check for you later. I don't know that this one has soy in it.
But basically, really the only thing that I'm trying to do is get rid of all seed oils and all soy. That's like those are the... So essentially, if it comes in a plastic wrapper thing, I'm not going to eat it. There's some stuff you can find that doesn't have seed oils and bullshit in it. Anyway.
Just because allergy or other health things?
Yeah, allergies. Inflammation, trying to bring inflammation down.
Nice.
Yeah. All right, anyway, like and sub. Thanks for being here. And Logan, it is now your turn.
It's your turn.
Oh, God. I already did my week. I'm done.
I know. Now your past relationship lessons learned.
Oh, man. Okay. So, keeping this, I guess, short and sweet, I think, in no particular order, I think it's important not to look for something that people tell you or that society tells you should look for, but something that you think that you want. And that was something that I kind of like a general past relationships, like there was a lot of outside, I don't want to necessarily call it pressure, but like opinions about what is like good or what is important for a partner, and I was like trying to follow that. And then there were some people that I dated that I was like, I need to not be biased in who I'm picking and not be judgmental, and ended up getting into a couple of relationships where if I was essentially more biased or more picky about the person, I would have not ended up with them. And like ultimately, in the back of my head, I knew that it wasn't the right choice. It was just like I am wrong. Society is right, and I need to be okay with what society or the people around me are telling me, and I need to conform to that instead of looking for what I was really looking for, or really knew in the back of my mind that I wanted. And I imagine part of it was probably like, there's the whole lonely aspect when you're looking for a relationship. It's like, don't be too picky and all that. But I think when I got to the point that I was like, okay, I just need to be more realistic. And that actually brings me to the number 2 is be real and down to earth with what you want. And then also what you are, like don't waste people's time, and don't try to put floof in there. Don't try to say that you're a bunch of things that you're not. Like just, call out what you are, and I don't know. It's kind of a respect thing, kind of a efficiency thing. Big, like in my life, efficiency is important. But
yeah,
kind of in tandem with those two things. Next thing is like when you get a partner, be happy with what you have and focus on the things that you like. Because something I learned when I was like 14 or so is that you can convince yourself of almost anything. And so if you want to, like, if you tell yourself that something is a certain way and you just decide that that's how it is in your brain, like your brain will accept that. And so if you just say, I like these things and I am happy with these things, then you will be happy with those things. Like if you look at some societies where people have it like absurdly worse, quote unquote, than all these first world countries. They're also some of like the happiest countries, like based on the people's everyday life, you know. So just being happy with what you have, and then focusing on the things that you do like, and kind of in tandem with that. And something to kind of realize is, it's not that you can't change your partner. You will not change your partner. Like they are who they are, and if you have the thought of I should change or I can change them, it's very likely either you are the problem or it's not the relationship for you. Like it might not be the right partner for you.
Yeah. Was that your last one?
No, I have two more. If you want them.
Two more. There's not 5 faces. You got to choose your fourth one.
There's only 4 faces on Mount Rushmore.
Oh my god.
That's what makes this difficult. You can only choose 4.
I have to choose between the 2 most important ones.
Well, so Liv went to, I don't know if you see on the to the right side of the photo, there's the get to know Jason lessons learned.
Yeah.
She was typing.
I started
stuff
typing for you.
since you didn't typey, but you can feel free to delete some of those ones and put in your 2 other ones.
No, those are good. This one, I think the last one is the most important one. So everything that you do for your partner should be done selflessly. And it's not that you need to be selfless. It's that essentially you shouldn't keep any log or scoreboard in your head of like, I have done these things and therefore, like, anything that you do should be like 100% without any scoreboard. Because I think the biggest killer of relationships is resentment.
100%. I did this. Why didn't you do that?
Yeah. Like if you ever catch yourself saying that in your head, like you need to, and I mean, that applies to like so many things in life. Like if you're keeping score on stuff, then it's very likely something that you should just cut out of your life. Like it's not worth it. You're essentially fighting yourself because nobody else is keeping the same scoreboard you are.
Yeah.
Right. Yep.
Man, that's some good advice right there.
Preach.
I'm gonna come.
Nailed it.
Okay. Well,
No,
what's the honorable mention?
Oh no, it's a secret.
You could say it. You just can't.
So
write it.
if your partner gives good feedback, pay attention and don't, like, even if it's one time, try to reinforce that in yourself. I'll keep it short and sweet like that.
Very good.
Hell
Very
yeah.
good.
Great advice, sir.
Thank you. It's been
Bing, bing,
80
bong,
years
bong, bing, bing, bing.
in preparation for this moment.
Yeah,
80 years.
There's been a lot of pain for those lessons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Stretch.
Should we jump into our fufu coffee?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Who wants to start?
I think it's
I wanna
David's
start.
turn. Yeah.
Good. Let Logan start.
Okay. Should I be typing as well at the same time?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Sorry.
It's all good.
You're forgiven.
So
I wasn't keeping score or anything.
the thing that you need to get at every coffee shop, wherever you're going to be more than one time, is a white chocolate mocha, because that will determine if it's a good shop, and it will
See?
give you like a good baseline of like, this is a good coffee shop, or not a good coffee shop. As soon as you know that it's a good coffee shop, you can branch out to what you really like. But that'll tell you, because there's so many places that have like good coffees, but you might have to try like 20 different coffees to find out the good one at that shop, if it's a good or if they have one. But if you get if you could just get a white chocolate mocha and they do it really good, I like almost guarantee that every other coffee at that shop is also going to be good. So that's why my number one is.
So out of all
white
the white chocolate mochas you've had, how many would you say have just been absolute like dog shit?
I would say around 80 to 90%.
No way.
Are
just
on the bad scale, like lower than a 5 out of 10 rating.
Wow.
What makes a bad white chocolate mocha?
So if all you notice is the latte, aka the milk, and the coffee and the white chocolate, then it has failed. If you drink the white chocolate mocha, especially, okay, so here's the big tip. Here's how to know if it's going to be good. As soon as they serve it to you, if they serve it to you with a lid, one, that's a bad sign. Take the lid off and then try the coffee, because there should be very thick foam. And when I say thick, I mean like, this is getting into the like little sciencey part of it, but the bubbles for the froth on top should be super, super, super small. Because like when you like slurp that first little sip, it should feel really heavy, and it should be like, oh my god, that is the best flavor I've ever had. And it's essentially, it should be around like, I don't know, about 1/8 of the coffee should be that ridiculously thick foam on top, and it should last like about 5-ish minutes before those bubbles start like disintegrating. Most coffee shops you go to, like, basically by the time you take the lid off, half the bubbles are already gone because they're giant bubbles and there's like no thickness to it. It doesn't, like, you're basically instantly drinking the coffee latte mixture and not any kind of thick bubbles. So that's why like only 20% of the coffee shops get it right in the first place.
Wow.
Yeah.
So is there some, because mochas and you're saying latte, mochas and lattes are different. So is latte just like a part of the drink? So there's a latte in a mocha? So like,
yeah, so it kind of depends on where you're at in the world too. So like the Pacific Northwest has usually a lot more success rate than somewhere like the Southeast.
Yeah.
But like if you ever go over to like Europe and order like a cappuccino over there is like a good mocha over here.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, if you're ever over in Europe, go get a cappuccino just about anywhere. Over there, I would say the success rate is more like 80%, and the crappy coffee is like 20%.
Yeah. I totally agree.
Well, I mean, the competition here is Starbucks.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like that's it's on a scale of 1 to Starbucks, so the bar's not very high.
Yeah, in my opinion, Starbucks is like one of the worst coffees. An okay chain restaurant is Pete's. They have like good quality coffee, but they also don't, I guess, brew it or whatever you want to call it, make it that well. But yeah, there's not a lot of great places. And if
what
you
about
order
Human Bean?
I put Human Bean in the middle of the road. It's below Pete's, but
Yeah.
they still don't do it right, but it's at least like good flavors.
Yeah.
Boy, you're not gonna like my list.
Same.
All right, so the second one, so white chocolate mocha is like the number one thing, right?
That's Olivia's
Whoa,
turn
whoa.
next.
Whoa. It's my turn.
Keep it in your
Are we doing
pants,
one on
buddy.
one?
Yeah, we go one at a time.
Oh, sorry. I'm gonna delete.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, premature there.
All right. My
So,
first one has been
This
my
never
go-to
happens.
lately. It's a vanilla sweet cream cold brew. And even though it's from Starbucks,
Banger.
I swear that shit has crack in it, man. It's so good.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I love cold brew. I love cold coffee. I'm a sucker for it. So
Have you had nitro cold brew?
yes, and I prefer to have the ice, and the nitro doesn't always have the ice with it.
Yeah.
Like the nitro's nice sometimes because it's so thick and like you're probably getting what you pay for.
Uh-huh.
Honestly. Well, you forced me to get a nitro vanilla sweet cream cold brew when we were in Hawaii. You were like, just get the nitro. And it was really good. But, well, the nitro's good too because it's so smooth. But just the OG, I don't know. I like crunching on the ice when I'm done drinking it.
Yeah, so you know that thickness with the nitro cold brew, like with all the cream on top? Like
Yeah.
that's what a good white chocolate mocha should be. Like that same thickness.
I don't know
and
if I've ever had a white chocolate mocha like that then.
Yeah, it's rare.
Mm.
If you're ever out this way, there's a place by my house. Hit me up.
Hell yeah, brother.
To give it a
well.
whirl.
All right, Marcus.
I mean, if we're going with fufu coffee, I feel like you're crazy if you don't put this as your number one, which is the caramel macchiato.
Really?
I'm not saying it's good coffee. I'm saying it's good fufu coffee. It's like drinking ice cream.
I used to be a slut for a caramel macchiato.
So did every teenage girl.
Right. Exactly. I don't
I'm
know,
pointing
but
at
they
myself.
put so much caramel in that bitch that like I just can't
That's
do it
pretty
anymore.
It's pretty
Yeah.
sweet.
I
It's
mean, so
good
is the
for, like-
vanilla sweet cream cold brew, but it's like it's different. I
You
feel
should
like.
also try it from somewhere other
Other than Starbucks, yeah.
Yeah.
That's true.
Like get it at a nice
Well-
coffee place.
Are you talking a hot caramel macchiato?
No.
Or a cold one? An iced one. Okay. Yeah.
Sorry. Iced.
Okay.
There you go.
Good
It's
choice.
the only way. It's the only way.
Yeah.
True.
Me again?
Yep.
All right.
Now it's
So,
you.
If you're in, typically you'll find this in either like Japan or Hawaii, but a taro ube latte. So taro, for those that don't know, taro or ube is like a purple sweet
Yeah.
potato, and it has like a very rich flavor, but it's not like overpoweringly sweet.
Is this
So
like a
if you like-
scam by Beats to get people to eat beets?
Is it?
No.
No.
Because that's like
No,
a
taro root's like a potato, but it's got a very like distinct flavor to it. And then ube is like the purple sweet potatoes.
Yeah.
So yeah, like he was saying, sweet but not like overbearing.
Yeah, it's another rich one. And if you're like I like coffee, but I don't necessarily like all the different flavors. Like the taro ones are worth trying because you get a lot more of the coffee flavor, but it still has like a rich undertone of the taro or the ube, depending on where you're at.
Yeah.
Hawaii. Next time
Sounds
you're in Hawaii,
tasty.
it'll be there.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
add that to my list.
Speaking of Hawaii, my next
Oh,
one
man.
is the pineapple coconut mocha.
What the hell?
Or maybe it's the pineapple coconut latte or something. But do you guys, you were both with me. Do you guys remember when we went up to that Surfer's Coffee place up by Wheeler?
Yeah, I was on the
Army
way.
Airfield?
The place that I found.
That was the place you found.
Yeah.
And they had like a pineapple coconut drink of sorts, like coffee drink of sorts. And it blew my balls off, dude.
So that
coffee
shop
was
had
so
really
good.
coffee. That
That
that's one
shop
of those
had
places,
insanely good coffee.
I got the white chocolate mocha and I was like, yeah, everything here is going to be good.
Yeah, and their pineapple coconut, because like you're kind of like a coconut latte or a coconut mocha, you can assume it's going to be good just because like chocolate or like coffee and coconut go well together.
Mm-hmm.
And the pineapple was like slightly off-putting to me, but I asked the guy who was like ringing us up, and I was like, dude, is this actually good? Because like I don't think I'm ever gonna be somewhere where I can just get a pineapple coconut latte. And he's like, it's so good. He's like, the pineapple's not overbearing. And I tried it, and it was unbelievably good.
Is it any? Well, I don't remember. I'm sure I tasted it. I don't remember anything about it. Was it like essentially like a Hawaiian cocktail might be? I can't think of the name of this drink.
Mai Tai.
Mai Tai.
No, pineapple coconut's the pina colada, right?
Oh, pina colada. Yeah, whatever. One of those really yummy beachside drinks.
Yes. But like in the coffee, I don't know how they got it so perfect, but I've ever since
be a hard one.
Yeah. Well, that's why I asked the guy. I'm like, dude, is this actually good? Because if not, I'm just gonna get your coconut mocha. And he's like, no, like you should try it. And I really enjoyed it. And I was like, wow, this is wild. And so ever since I've had that coffee, I've thought about that place and I've never forgotten it. And someday I will be back and I will get another one.
Get an IV.
But it's like definitely my top 4, 100%.
That sounds nice. That sounds nice. Ooh, I've got a challenging one here. I think I'm gonna go with, during Christmas time, the peppermint mocha, right?
Classic.
Old classic.
Old trusty.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm having a seizure here with my capital letters I had to fix. What can I say about it that's interesting? I prefer it with white chocolate, so a white chocolate peppermint mocha.
Ooh.
And that's it. It's really good.
Yeah, peppermint mocha is just the mint with the chocolate works so well.
I feel like that's a love or hate thing.
Do you not like peppermint mocha?
I have never liked any kind of like mint and chocolate together. I like chocolate. I like.
So you don't like thin mints?
I do not like thin mints. No.
Wrong.
Wrong.
Yeah, I don't know.
You are fake news.
It's kind of like if you brush your teeth and then you got a real coffee.
Wrong.
It's like that.
Yeah.
That's crazy talk. Just straight up crazy talk.
Well, yeah, I know there's a lot of people
like
that like
savory and sweet. And
I get it though, because I used to not
mouthfeel.
like peppermint and chocolate together, and then something clicked in my brain, and I grew up. I'm just kidding.
Glad you got there.
But something clicked, and I was like, "Wow, this is kind of good."
You got cultured. Because peppermint mocha is the definition of culture.
Yeah, exactly. They're tasty, especially in the winter when it's chilly outside.
I'll just wait till the next one. You're really gonna like that one.
Dude,
I might have it on my list too.
You definitely will.
It's like chai for sure.
Oh yeah, I didn't even think of dirty chai. Bitch.
I don't like chai.
What? See? You're broken.
I know.
Wrong.
My brain.
Wrong.
I don't know why. It's too like spicy. Like, I mean, like the amount of spices
milk
in
is
it.
spicy. You're so white,
I
dude.
mean, like the amount of spices in it, not like.
You're so white.
No,
Why is this
I don't
ketchup
know.
spicy?
I don't know. I don't know why. I'm just
This
not a huge
mayo
fan of chai.
Can't handle it.
Oh my god.
Well, do you just get chai tea or do you get chai with espresso in it? The dirty chai.
Me?
Yeah.
I don't like any kind of chai.
I don't like chai tea. Oh, I mean, it's
Matcha?
not. No, ew.
I love matcha.
It tastes like
I like matcha too.
it's like putting fucking fish sauce in your anything you
No,
put it in.
it's not.
It's so fishy. It is
It's
the
green tea
fishiest.
powder, you freak.
It's
I could
fishy
see
as
argue that
fuck.
for like grass, but fish.
It's
Yeah,
it's
fish
fishy.
sauce?
It is fishy as fuck.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
Something's wrong with your taste buds, man.
I love
Next
cilantro.
time I
Maybe
get it, I'm gonna
maybe
think of
it's that.
I'm like, does this taste like fish?
Dude, it has an oceany, fishy flavor to it. I'm telling you.
I've never gotten
And
that vibe from matcha
Well,
once in
do
my
you
life.
do you like seafood?
Yeah.
I don't.
I don't like seafood. I really
Oh.
don't like seafood.
Oh, really? Okay, interesting. Because I'm not. I'll fish like salmon is okay. Some fish are fine. I don't. If I have it,
Yeah,
cool.
I'm
I don't
obviously
yearn
saying
for it.
salmon or nothing.
But when I taste the ocean in something, I'm immediately like clicks, and I'm like, oh, there's the flavor I hate. And matcha does that for me every single time.
You probably don't like seaweed.
Maybe
huh?
you don't like the
I hate
umami
seaweed.
flavor then.
Yeah.
You know, like the umami like flavor profile?
No,
Never
What?
mind. You're not
I have no-
sophisticated
I have no
enough,
idea.
I guess.
I probably.
You
I
should
mean,
look it
I've
up.
probably
It's
tasted
used
it.
with steak sometimes.
Umami.
Well, you don't
steak
like mushrooms.
No, I hate umami. What'd you say? Umami? What flavor?
Flavor
profile?
profile.
Forever.
It's like a protein.
It's
Like,
like
you can
savory,
take it
meaty, brothy.
I guess I don't
Tomato,
know.
mushroom.
I have no idea what umami is, so I don't know.
MSG. Do you like MSG? I know it's bad for you.
I used to. You know. Sure, it's salty, right?
Lot
It's
of-
just
lot
like
of
kind of
people say
salty.
Yeah, green tea. Green tea has
It's-
the umami flavor in it.
Yeah, some people call it salty, but it's like a meaty, salty protein flavor. Apparently, umami. There's
Yeah,
some like
I'm-
steak
I'm sh-
seasonings that are essentially like umami
Yeah.
flavor.
Yeah.
You should look it
then
up. Try one. Try a little sample.
I'm sure I've had it at some point.
Umami.
Yeah. Ooh, I do. I do like umami. Is it an aphrodisiac?
No.
No.
Oh, good
Hell, who knows?
Yeah, I don't know. Matcha just has a weird seafood. It has the seafood flavor. I don't like seafood.
That's
Four.
so weird.
No, it's the truth, and that's all that matters.
Shame.
And I've declared it to be the truth, so it is the truth.
Right. Exactly.
That's how this works.
All right, Logie.
Okay. So the
What's
next
your
one's a
number
little bit
3?
of a gimme, but oh geez, coconut. I could spell. Don't worry. Just coconut latte. Because it's a little hard to
Yeah.
screw up. Like if you're at a place that you're not too sure, or it's like one of the chains, then coconut latte is like a good alternative to, like, if you want flavor but you're a little bit worried about their quality. It's kind of hard to screw up. I was hard to decide between coconut and hazelnut here because they both have kind of the same application. Like, but
Yeah. I
no
love
spoilers for the next
coconut.
ones.
Your description of why to get it is the exact reason why I get the Kokomo. If I'm forced to go
100%
to Dutch
To
Bros.
go to Dutch.
Yeah,
the
actually,
Kokomo's
Dutch
the
Bros
best one.
legit. So I put Dutch Bros as like one of the worst chains. But if you're gonna get anything there, like a coconut, whatever, is
Yeah,
like a
Kokomo.
way to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've gotten many iced coconut mochas in my life.
You know, it's not even the coffee I mind. It's too much talking, too much energy for me.
It's the whole thing.
Yeah.
It's just the whole thing. Yeah. No, coconut latte. I totally agree with you on that. And I love coconut with my coffee. And so there's this brand. It's called the excuse me, sorry. It's the Lion brand, and it's from Hawaii. And they have toasted coconut coffee. And Eddie and we've gotten like 6 bags of it Amazon to our house. Like
Nice.
that's how much we love it.
It's a
I'm
lot.
gonna have
Oh,
to look this
man.
up. It's the Lion.
Lion brand. Yeah. And they have it on Amazon. And it is so it's so tasty. So if you like the coconut flavor, now you're gonna have to put like your own creamer and shit in it, but like the essence of coconut is there and it smells so good. But the Lion brand has really good coffee just in general. They have a vanilla macadamia roast too. That's pretty good. So highly recommend.
Before you put your next one, Liv, we got to talk
Yeah?
about chai. Do you hate Christmas
Oh.
and Christmas flavor? Because that's
No,
all chai
I-
tastes like. Do you not like
I
like
actually love Christmas. I don't know what it is about chai tea. Well, I guess I need to look up what's in chai tea. Like what are the spices in it?
It's like clove and cinnamon. right?
So yeah, but
nutmeg,
I mean
allspice? It's like
ginger,
me,
cardamom, cinnamon, cloves, sometimes black pepper.
to me, it just tastes
I'm
like
not
Christmas.
I'm not a huge ginger.
Oh,
Like it kind of
person.
to
I
me,
love ginger.
it tastes like ginger snaps, like the little cookies.
Yeah.
And I think, and
That's
I
what-
don't like ginger snaps, or I don't like gingerbread cookies. I know it's actually really
Wrong.
unfortunate, and I
Wrong.
want to like that stuff.
Bing, bing,
I
bong,
really
bong,
do.
bing, bing, bing.
Yeah, but I don't know why. Like now, if I'm eating sushi and there's ginger on the thing, I'll do it to cleanse my palate. But like ginger tea, stuff like that, and I love cooking with fresh ginger. Like to me, it's so tasty. But I think when it's with everything else in the chai tea, I don't know.
Crazy.
That reminds me. There's a big thing in I think in Northeast. It's ginger maple tea.
Oh,
Ooh.
I never had it.
Yeah, Vermont.
I'd probably
I
hate
guess.
it.
You would hate it, but it's delicious.
Yeah.
You get the ginger maple tea and then put like real maple syrup in it, like the good
Oh,
quality stuff.
I bet that's
Oh
good.
man,
Yeah, I think it's the ginger because I don't mind cloves, cardamom, like all these other things are like what you'd find in like the like mulled wine.
Mm-hmm.
And I love that. So the only other common denominator that's like not in the mulled wine spices is the ginger. So I think it's the ginger for me. I'm just not a huge fan of it. Unfortunately, I've tried chai like a million times because I want to like it because I feel very left out when everyone is like, "Oh, I fucking love chai," and then I try it and I'm like, "This shit blows, dude." I'm like, I hate this.
do you guys have like a spot for pictures that we can like paste a picture?
Yeah,
You could
just
paste
click
it
and
into the
drag-
whiteboard.
Yeah, you can just
The
click and
whiteboard?
drag it onto the thing that we're writing in,
Oh, okay.
like from your desktop. You just click and drag, and then it'll
While
be
you're-
really
That work?
big.
Oh, there it is.
Except it wasn't.
Ah,
Yeah.
oh, the Celestial brand.
I don't know if that's the best brand, honestly. So if for the tea nerds out there, Numi or Nummy or whatever, that's
Mhm.
that's the money brand.
Oh, the NUME, that
Yep.
brand. Yeah. They have some good tea.
Did you guys happen to see? And there was a big research study done on tea bags,
Yeah, I watched that one.
No.
and it's like the worst. And by worst, not gaming tea bags, but actual drinking, making tea bags. It's like the worst source of microplastics that like any human could possibly
Really?
ingest. Yeah, the tea
Really?
bags themselves are. It's if you're a consistent tea drinker, and you don't have like one of your own little tea strainer things, like one of the metal ones.
Hmm.
It's like the number one source of microplastics in your life.
That's
'cause you just-
crazy.
You're just melting plastic into even the ones that say that they're like some fancy material, they still use plastics in the tea bag to make the thing. So you're just drinking a plastic concoction.
Interesting.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, so shout out or PSA to everyone who's listening. If you drink tea, get a metal strainer and get loose leaf tea and stop poisoning your sex parts with microplastics.
Great.
There's a lot of research behind that. Serious. About your sex parts getting poisoned by plastic
Yeah.
is what I'm referring to. Anyway.
And with that, I'm gonna move on to my next one. A huckleberry mocha, man.
Ooh.
Specifically from Taps. Yeah.
That
shit
rarely,
is so good. Yeah.
I have not tried that yet. I didn't even know they had coffee there.
Mm-hmm. You might not like it. It's not very fancy. I mean,
Low tier.
oh,
That's
here's
okay.
a fun fact, Olivia. Wait to have your mind blown.
Uh-huh.
Jason
Know where this
here
is going.
hated the breakfast burrito.
It's not that I hated it, but if I had to have another bite of it, I would have puked.
Yeah, just
How many
I don't
bites
hate
of
it.
it did you have?
I had like 2/3 of it before it was too much for me to be like, nah, I just can't.
Wow.
I'm still shocked to this day. And then, a week after he told me that, we had this big Air Force event going on at Camp Rylea, and there's like these two guys that were sitting behind me were like, "Oh, you're local, right? Like, what's a good spot to go have lunch?" And I was like, "Well, there's this place that does breakfast burritos." Sorry, I almost died on my own spit. And so they go there, and they come back, and I'm like, "How was it?" But now I'm feeling kind of timid about it because I just randomly Jason was like, "This is the worst thing I've ever eaten in my life," and I was like, "I'm shook." And they're like, it's the best breakfast burrito I've ever had. We're going again tomorrow.
Amazing.
Yeah, because that's how
Okay.
good it actually is.
Disclaimer for the listeners: if you don't like mayonnaise, don't get it. If you love just like deep throating some mayonnaise, then all about it.
There's no mayonnaise in it. There's no mayonnaise in it.
Well, our mayonnaise
Yeah,
extraordinaire over here. Maybe this is he hates mayonnaise as much as I hate seafood ocean flavor. So maybe he can spot it out in things this way that I can spot out whatever
Yeah, it's not
flavor
even
is
like-
in matcha.
a conscious thing. It's like that flavor. It just not instantly. It very, very, very quickly. It just makes me want to like gag and throw up. And that
Ah.
burrito made me want to throw up. The flavor wasn't bad. It just makes me want to throw up. I'm like, nope, body doesn't want that.
Maybe you have so much shame about your inner hidden levels of gayness that you're just immediately rejecting anything that is cum textured
Yikes.
because you might like it too much and then have to be gay. And that's not a bad thing, Jason. If you want to be gay, it's okay. It's allowed.
The super short story. When I was a kid,
boy.
my stepdad. I grew up with my stepdad.
Oh boy.
He was an army guy, and we were also ridiculously poor growing up. And I put mayonnaise on my broccoli because that was so delicious. And it was like a thing in the house that you could not eat
Whoa.
what was on your plate. And so I basically had like half a cup of mayonnaise and broccoli that covered the entire plate.
Man.
Yeah, I might
And it
hate
was like-
mayonnaise too.
Yeah. I was like, I got way too much, but you have to eat what you put on your plate. So yeah, ever
Oh.
since then, I not do mayonnaise.
Yikes.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Acceptable. We accept. We accept. There you go.
Yeah.
I'll allow it. Oh, okay. Yeah, Huckleberry Mocha next time you're in town. You'll
Yeah,
have
it's
to
pretty
try their
good.
coffee from that. They do interesting stuff.
Huckleberry is like the seasonal one.
It's on their
but
menu
they have
forever now.
they have blueberry. Oh, okay. I was gonna say it used to be they'd swap between blueberry and huckleberry mocha. Either one's tasty. And then my other favorite is the hula hazelnut one because that one's coconut and hazelnut. It's really good.
So they do like a weird thing where they don't use any syrups. All of their coffee beans are roasted with flavor in them, and that's the only like flavoring that they put in there.
Really?
Well, that's what they told me, and I'm like, this is a very intense flavor of huckleberry, and I'm having a hard time believing that you don't use any
Huckleberry syrup.
But I don't see any syrups over there like at the little station, and so maybe it's legit.
Yeah, that's true.
Right in front of me, I have huckleberry licorice from Alaska.
Oh, that sounds
Yeah.
tasty.
It is ridiculously tasty.
Then
Hell
you
yeah.
will like the huckleberry, very specifically the white huckleberry or huckleberry white mocha, white chocolate mocha,
I
whatever.
will try it.
Because you can get it with dark or white chocolate. It's way better with white chocolate.
I believe you.
Yes. Well, that one might make it on my list, but for my next one, just to make things more interesting, I'm gonna go with the pumpkin spice pumpkin
Pumpkin.
Do the king.
the pumpkin spice latte. Old trusty.
Yeah, no, it's good. It's like the glorious Christmas chai on steroids.
Yes, it's like a better version of that drink.
PSL's
Shut up. Don't.
I'll tell you why when it's my turn.
Go ahead.
No, it's David Jason Logan's turn.
Fine.
Oh man. Okay, so this one you can make for yourself. So hazelnut coffee with Earl Grey tea. You just get whatever like Earl Grey microplastic tea bag and throw it in your coffee. Specifically hazelnut coffee. So if you want a good hazelnut coffee, Winco around here at least it's called Red Box is the brand, is the best hazelnut coffee I've ever had, and it's Winco cheap.
Hell yeah.
Like I would choose that hazelnut coffee over any other coffee bean I've ever had, and I've tried a lot.
Wow.
And yeah, the add in a Earl Grey tea. And the other thing is like you can do the same hack at like almost every single hotel you go to will have Earl Grey tea. And it even makes the super shitty hotel coffee taste good.
Wow. Life hack.
Yeah.
Plus it gives you microplastics.
Yeah. What more could you want?
True.
Yeah, true. You know microplastics, there's a really funny Joe Rogan episode where this lady came to talk about microplastics. It shrinks your taint.
Yeah, we listened to that episode.
Yeah, and it's like one of the only few things microplastics are that you can pass down to your next generation that isn't like a genetic mutation that you have, but you will cause
That's
genetic
crazy.
mutations in your offspring.
That's
Yeah.
intense.
Yes, it is. But the good news is as soon as you stop getting a bunch of microplastics, your body processes them out of your body. So not all hope is lost.
How long does it take?
I think it depends on the levels, but like, I guess, I don't remember, 6 months to a year to get to like an okay acceptable level. If you're a normal human that eats everything that's covered in plastic, drinking out of plastic mugs, microwaving plastic Tupperware, like that kind of stuff. If you do all the
Yeah.
normal plastic shit, but it'll take you longer to get to a quote unquote healthy level. Not that we really know what a healthy level is.
I feel like the vessel for the coffee is also somewhat important. Like if you're, I mean, yeah, plastic is terrible, obviously, because especially with hot
Mhm.
liquids. But even like a steel container, like it feels like it takes some of that steel flavor into the coffee, whereas like a shitty coffee cup, like a wax and paper cup.
ceramic or glass is what
Yeah,
you're saying.
ceramic is definitely the one to go with, but even like the just store bought, or not store bought, but like coffee shop paper and wax is better than like a steel or
Yeah.
plastic.
Hot take?
Maybe, yeah.
No, like
Yeah.
literally, it's warm.
Ha ha ha.
Ah,
All right.
ah.
My last is the pumpkin cream cold brew. That's why I say pumpkin spice lattes are okay, because I just prefer the pumpkin cream cold brew. And if you've ever taken the lid off of a pumpkin spice latte and looked at it inside, you can see like the oil from like the pumpkin just like floating at the top.
I mean, is that just
And
like at Starbucks because they
really-
use cheapo stuff, or
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it like, I don't know why it turned me off so bad from the pumpkin spice latte, but I think I was going to like reheat it or something because I got a giant one and I was like, fuck, it's getting cold. So I took the lid off and I looked in there and I was like, why is there oil floating on the top of my coffee? And then I was like, man. So maybe it was an off day for Starbucks. I don't think so, because it tasted the same as it always does. But that's why, and I just prefer the pumpkin cream cold brew.
it is pretty tasty.
It's so good.
Speaking
I forgot to mention a hack with all these, and kind of like a assumption in the back of my mind. If you get them made with half and half, it's so much richer and so much better.
Yeah.
So I was gonna
Like
say,
breve.
have you guys
Yes,
had
it's called breve.
tried the olive oil in coffee?
No, I think it'd make me shit my brains out.
It's actually pretty good. It's really what do they call it? It's something with an O. Starbucks just started doing it.
Yeah. I
It's
don't
actually
remember what they
pretty
called it.
freaking good. It does the same. It just makes it really rich and creamy. They don't put a lot. It's not like you're not replacing the milk with olive oil. Like you're not putting
Ew.
multiple ounces. It's just like a splash.
Oh, they called it oleato or whatever.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they just put a splash when they steam the milk. You just put a splash in there, and it does this stuff with the bubbles and gives it a little bit of a flavor. It's pretty good. You should try it.
I've never been a big fan of like olive oil added to stuff.
It doesn't taste
a lot
like
of
olive
people
oil
like
in
it.
coffee.
With like bread. I don't like the like
I think it
there's a
just,
lot of people
like-
that do like butter in coffee too. Like they put a little bit of butter. That's the same thing.
I think it just like lube it up too much for my insides. Like
Yeah,
coffee already
too
makes me roll, but I feel like if you add an oil slick to either side,
Yeah.
it's just gonna shoot right through me.
What's gonna fall is just gonna slip and slide out of you.
Exactly.
Slippity slide. Okay. My last one is a specific Starbucks drink, and it's the pistachio
oh
latte.
tasty.
I think they have like a pistachio crunch cold brew as well, where they put they have like crushed pistachios on top of the big
Yeah.
floaty cream thing, and like
Yeah.
little bits of brown sugar.
Yeah, pistachio cream cold brew is tasty as fuck.
Oh, oh. And actually, I'm gonna take out the iced caramel macchiato, and I'm gonna do the coconut. I totally forgot about the coconut lattes, so I'm changing it. I'm changing my list. I'm checking it twice, and it's locked in.
It's allowed.
Boom.
All right. Those were our fufu coffees. I think it's time to roll into our childhood dream jobs.
Mm-hmm. And Slippery Slim's gonna kick us off on this one.
Oh, okay. Slippery Slim.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I wanted to be a pilot when I was a kid, like super bad. My dad's a pilot. My mom's a flight attendant. I always thought it'd be really cool to work for the airlines. Yeah, I wanted to be a pilot. And the cool thing though about learning to fly is that, like, I don't want to say you're never too young, because it's gonna reach a point in your life where you're a little too old to try to learn how to do that. However, I've not hit that point in my life yet.
Really?
So I could still achieve my lifelong goal of like getting my private pilot's license, which I still very much intend to do. I don't think I'm gonna be a career pilot anymore. I just don't see that happening, which is fine. But like, yeah, that was one of my childhood dream jobs.
Womp womp.
I wanted to be a pilot.
Yeah, that one's on my list too, but I won't start with it.
All right.
Which one of these do we? I'm gonna go Jedi. I wanted to be a Jedi. I was such a fucking
What?
I was such a Star Wars nerd growing up. Let's see, I would just like dream about having a lightsaber and like going around the world and
Yeah.
bringing
Hey,
down justice on people for being
Speaking
shitters.
of Star Wars, after our episode with Joe McKeag, where we were talking about Star Wars, Eddie and I watched episode 1, 2, and 3 again.
Oh boy.
And I still hate Jar Jar Binks as much as I did a long time ago. That
Glad to
hasn't
hear it.
changed. But I will say that episode 3, man, dude, that's it's actually a
pretty good one.
decent.
Yeah.
It's actually really good. Like, it's
That's
super
fair.
decent.
That came up at 18. I completely agree. Like the third one's like
It's so good.
actually really good, and like a lot
Yeah.
of the fight scenes are actually like really good.
Yeah, no, it's actually pretty good. It might be one of the better movies in the franchise, honestly.
That's what I said.
Even
Everybody was like
though
episode 4, episode 5, and I'm like, nah.
no, I love episode 4, 5, and 6. However, episode 3 is pretty freaking good. Anyway, that was just my plug for episode.
Hell yeah. I need to go through and watch them all again.
The first so episode 1, it's kind of hard to get through.
Yeah.
It's not horrendous, I guess, but I don't know, the graphics in it too. I was just like, slightly annoyed, but it's okay.
For the
Jar
time
Jar
period,
Binks,
it was okay.
Misa Yusa, shut the fuck up, bitch. How about you do that? Sorry, he's so annoying.
Yes. Oh, yeah, Misha, shut your poor mouth. You
Yeah,
stupid
you
fish
should
thing.
shut the. Yeah, exactly. Anyway, Revenge of the Sith.
Yes. It's a good one.
Yeah, Jedi seems like a cool job.
I agree. It's pretty rad. David?
So I was only a child for like 2 minutes, but when I was a child,
He's actually
wanted to
Benjamin
be-
Button.
a psychologist
Why? No offense.
I've always found psychology interesting, and
Okay.
I wanted to help people, but I didn't want to do medical related stuff. I wanted to
Life
do
saving.
more impactful things that could change people's lives for a long time, that wasn't based on like a you have XYZ, I am going to prescribe XYZ kind of thing.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert, that's what they do now. So you lucked out.
So I looked into, and I actually took some somewhat related classes, but psychiatrists are the ones that do most of the drug stuff. Psychologists do a lot less, but I don't know. I guess I haven't looked in the last 10, 15 years.
You are correct. You have to have an MD to be a psychiatrist to be able to prescribe drugs.
Yeah.
So that was a defining moment in my childhood dream of, I want to be a psychologist or a psychiatrist. And then I found out that the psychiatrists just do a bunch of drugs, and I'm like, nah, I want to be a psychologist.
Mhm.
Hell yeah. I mean, that's a good reasoning behind it.
Guys, stop stealing my jobs. God damn it. That's why I started with Jedi. I had a feeling no one was going to put Jedi on there. So
You would be correct. All right, for my next trick. I feel like, dude, this was like the fucking easy button when I was a kid. What do you want to be? I want to be a marine biologist. What
Everybody-
the fuck does that
yeah.
even mean, bro?
everybody
That's
has
what
their
everyone
phase.
wants to be. I was like, oh yeah, where are you gonna get a job?
Literally.
The marine stuff.
Yeah.
Yo,
So
shit.
like
you're gonna have
it
8 billion
sounds-
competitions.
sounds dope in theory because you're like, oh, cool. Like, I'll get to work with like animals in the ocean and blah 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 and doodly dot, like, you know. But then the rubber meets the road, and you're like, I don't think I'm gonna be able to do this. But that's the thing, is like, who's telling these kids what a marine biologist is? Because I was saying that when I was like 7 years old. I didn't even know what they did. And I was like, I want to
feel
be a
like-
marine biologist. Like, where's it coming from?
I think Blue Planet. Because that's like probably right around the age that came out.
Yeah.
The whole series. Right?
Yeah.
It's called Blue Planet or whatever.
I think so, yeah.
It was a huge series. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's just about the ocean, so shit.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And I feel like
Yeah.
so much of
Now-
biology class and like high school stuff too had just so much marine stuff.
That's true. Yeah. I will say though, the cool thing about marine biology that I think would be cool is being like a conservationist or like doing something along those lines. Cause like, have you guys ever been down to Haystack Rock? And there's
Mhm.
like, they're like the conservationists, I guess, and they're like making sure you're not disrupting the ecosystem, I guess, by Haystack Rock during the tide pools.
The beach Karens.
Yes, the beach Karens.
Tide pool
Sounds-
police.
Yeah.
Yes.
The
Yeah.
puddle patrol.
So like I'm not saying that's what I like. I wouldn't want to be the tide pool police, but like in some way, like just helping like preserve, I guess, ecosystems would be kind of cool. But at the same time, like there's
you'd
probably
be
a
way too
million other
nice
people.
for
Yeah, I
that
would.
job. Plus, like, I mean, you get a 4-year degree and $100,000 in debt to go.
And
tell
I'm
people
standing
to-
at Haystack Rock and being like, "Hey, can you guys
Yeah.
come back over here?"
Yeah, it's pissing rain, and you're like, please don't make me walk out there and yell at you.
Now you put it like that, it sounds rough.
Yeah, it sounds like a terrible job.
Yeah, but I feel like every kid at some point's like, I want to be a marine biologist. And you're like,
Mhm,
you don't even know what that means.
mhm.
Yeah.
That was my major for about 2 terms.
And then you were like, fuck this.
I was like, all this science and is getting in the way of having a good time in college. So
All
no
this
thanks.
science is ruining my parties.
Yeah,
Gross.
I'm having to spend way too much time studying.
That's funny.
Yeah. Well, I guess I'll just get this one out of the way. Psychologist.
Oh, what a
Since
nerd.
That's
Oh,
that's
what
my
a
fucking
nerd.
major. So I guess
I think we're the same person deep down, aren't we?
yeah. Don't
You
you be
guys are
putting
very
Jedi on there
similar.
though. True. Yes, we are. We're long lost brothers.
Yeah.
I had a psychology teacher in high school, so I was always kind of like the therapist for all my friends growing up, and I have zero interest in being a psychologist these days because I'm very done with dealing with everybody's issues. You know, like I just got exhausted from doing it my whole life because I had like a cool, calm demeanor and didn't like get worked up. So I always attracted friends that were of the opposite.
They were fucked up.
Yeah, and would just make me have to psychologize them. And so like I was just always driven to do that, and I thought I was good at it, so I picked it. And I'll have more to say about the psychologist part on my next job, because it was actually a toss-up between U of O and OSU, and why I chose OSU, and then that'll tie into my fourth job. So
Nice.
this is a bit of a ladder, and Jedi is at the top of it. I'm almost there.
Working your way up.
Yeah.
It's funny. We definitely are long lost brothers. I in high school there was a survey that went out that was like who of your friends would you trust talking to about XYZ, and like basically like going to for problems and everything. And I was like one of the top voted people, so I got to go on a retreat where they basically like coached you on how to talk to people and like how to deal with problems and everything. It was a super cool retreat. It was basically like a little
That
mini
sounds
summer camp.
neat.
Yeah. Oh, you're really good at this. Here, you can do it more.
Yeah.
Congrats. That's how they
Plus,
get
there was
you.
this really cute girl.
That's
we
how they get
go.
you.
There we go.
Yeah. Yeah.
The retreat was really cool.
Yeah.
It was a great time.
We've all been a victim of the really cute girl in high school
Not
that we've
me.
never spoken to. She doesn't know we exist, but I'm making life decisions. All right, your turn, Jason.
So I'm conflicted because I, like, as a kid, I didn't really have a whole lot of like future thinking. Like I wasn't too worried about my future career, but some things, the rest of my list is basically like things that I want to do when I grow up. So
Hell yeah.
I still say that.
hopefully that's okay.
Yeah.
Stonk trader.
Trader. Hell yeah, I feel that.
So I eventually I think that I will be at a point where that will be my main money source, and then I can do the things that I want to do on the side, which will be my next things that I will spend most of my time with. And then really the thing with stonks is just keeping up with the market and knowing like general moves. And I got to a point, I guess for those that don't know, I've traded probably around $30 to $40 million worth of stocks. So I have
Holy
quite a bit of experience like with the trading side of things. But I tried to pursue it, and I got to the point where it was very, very, very close to being a main source of income. But then just enough bad happened that I was like, okay, I have to play risky to make it still be a main source of income. And I knew that that was a bad decision when I was making that decision, but it was like, either I do this and it becomes a full-time income, or I don't do this and I have to get a side income / different full-time job. And I essentially just went with the risk, and then the risk didn't pan out. But eventually now that I have like a main source income, I think it's just a matter of time before that becomes the primary income, and then I can do all the other stuff I want to do for funsies. But that's the ultimate goal, is when I grow up, I want to be a stonk trader.
We are twins,
Stonk.
my guy. We are twins.
Hey, you guys are twins. Marcus is a finance bro.
Yeah, I watch market news for funsies in my downtime a lot of times. Not all the time, but like there's several channels.
Nerd alert.
Have like a really
every
good,
morning.
Assessment of like what things mean and like correlations and divergences and all that. It's fun.
Yeah, I have a couple of podcasts that they start at probably like 30 minutes before market open every day, and I'm listening. That's what plays in the morning. I'm just listening to them talk as I'm like getting ready for work, so I'm not having to watch it. They're the ones saying all the stuff that's going on, and you know they have like 7 or 8 people, and they're all like talking 100 miles a minute because shit is going super fast.
Yeah. Yeah, if you ever want overview market channels, let me know. I got a couple good ones.
Word.
Hell yeah.
Word.
All right. My next one. I wanted to be a news anchor.
I can totally see that.
I wanted to
That
be.
fits.
I wanted to get my degree in like broadcast journalism when I was in high school.
It's never too late.
True.
Yeah, I guess. I don't think I want to be a news anchor though. Their hours are so shithole.
Yeah.
Because if you're on the
Every day
morning
of the
news, if you're on the morning news, like, yeah, you got to be up at you have to be there at like 2 a.m. to get ready for the 4 a.m. news.
Blech.
No thanks, I'm out.
And like,
And then if you're doing late night news, yeah, exactly. Good luck taking a friggin' sick day. So like, yeah, I've come off of that, but yeah, when I was a kid, and then when I was in high school, I was like, I'm gonna be a news anchor. And then I joined the Guard, so here we are.
You could do something similar, like a podcast or something.
Yeah, I think it's
What an
working
idea.
out pretty well.
Yeah. Wow. That's a
Yeah.
hell of an idea. We should do that.
We should
Make
do
you
a pod.
podcaster.
You're welcome. I'll take
Yeah.
my 10% ideation.
Yeah.
For all
0.1%.
of the mass amount of lucrative sales you guys get.
One day when we make so much money and become so successful, you can be our financial advisor for how to IPO.
You can, yeah.
Yeah.
Haha.
Okay. Next one for me is architect.
Ooh.
That was in high school, so I took 4 years, 2 years of architecture, but you could only take it for 2 years, and then I was a TA for the other 2 years. Actually, so the first class was like a drafting class, and then it got into all the different CAD programs. And we actually had a project that was kind of fun. The last course we could take in the architecture series was you had to take woodworking or woodworking, whatever, with it. And you had to design your own shed, which is kind of funny that this is like the capstone, because you definitely like design houses and you learn all the code and like how to build foundations to code and blah, 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 blah. But then the final product in like the capstone event was you have to design your own shed, and then in woodshop you build the shed and then you give it to Habitat for Humanity. I thought that was pretty cool.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
It was like a little thing that the school had going on. Yeah, architecture was something I was super into. And then, so my decision between OSU and U of O was U of O had an architecture program, and I was on the fence about it because my last job, which spoiler alert is pilot. OSU was the only one that had Air Force ROTC. So I ended up going to OSU for Air Force ROTC, and then I just had to pick a major, and I was like, well, psychology, whatever. Like, I kind of enjoy it. I'm kind of understand it. I've taken some classes. It clicks, and it should be easy. And so I didn't go to U of O for architecture. But
Go Ducks.
I'm not saying that I wish I would have, but it would be interesting to see how things
Just
would
to
be
see
different.
how your life turned out. Yeah.
Yeah, because I was super passionate about it, and like in high school, I got the teacher. Well, so this was back in the day when programs came on DVDs or CDs and whatever, and you could you had an activation code, but you could hack it pretty easally. And so one of my teachers. So I actually probably still have the CD somewhere for AutoCAD. I think it's like 2008, but because the licenses are like $15,000, and that was back in 2008. A crazy expensive program, but our school went through a computer upgrade, so the architecture class got all new computers. And as the TA, it was my job to take all the computers, the old ones, and like throw them away. And I looked at my teacher and I was like, can I like take a couple of these home and like do projects? And he was like, I'm not going to answer that question, but you're the TA and those are all supposed to go in the trash. I'm not going to come check that that's what you're doing. So I ended up taking like 3 or 4 computers. I think it was 3. And then like parts out. So for somehow, I don't know who contracted these computers out, but usually, nowadays when you do computer upgrades, every computer is the same. Every computer was like different. Every computer had slightly different parts. So like, I don't understand how they put this together, but whatever. So I did a bunch of research, and this is like where I really started learning about computers, because I looked at all the different parts in the computer to see which ones were the best ones, and then basically assembled like 3 supercomputers out of the like 40 computers that they were getting rid of, and built them all into one. And then he gave me a disk for AutoCAD, and I was like doing AutoCAD at home, doing like 3D modeling with AutoCAD. It was a ton of fun, and I was all about it. And realistically, I mean, like, I'm glad that I did what I did this way, because things have worked out, and doing it the other way, things may have not worked out. But realistically, I probably should have chosen U of O for architecture, because that's what my passion was.
Yeah. Hey, it's all right.
It's all good.
You chose the lesser of the 2 schools. It's okay. I'm actually watching Oregon men's basketball right now. I'm not focusing on it, but I'm checking the score because March Madness, baby. And Go Ducks.
Sports.
Yeah.
Sports. All
right, Logie, what else do you want to do when you grow up someday?
So someday it would be fun to be a YouTuber.
Oh, it'd be so fun.
So I've had a couple ideas in the past. I actually started back when I was doing construction, I worked with my dad, who's a general contractor. And so we did basically everything from concrete to roof, and in between, with like a little bit more specialization here and there. But because of that, and because we did like repairs and remodeling, like I ended up learning just an absolute shit ton of like tips and tricks. And I was like, man, I could share all these like on YouTube and just like teach people how to do all this shit. And so I started a channel and got some of the equipment for like recording. And then I did that before doing research on it. And it's kind of unusual for me because normally like when I have something, I'll research the shit out of it before like spontaneously jumping into it. But after researching it, after buying the stuff, I was like, there is zero market for this and nobody's going to watch it. And recording a couple of videos, I was like, this is super boring watching like the whole process. It would have to be like it would have to be a production to do the thing and not just while I'm doing the thing, I also teach. Or I would have to have like a video editor that's like a full-time person to make it actually like good. But that was like my previous attempt at it. My future thoughts on like a little side project would be a soundboard troller where I've got a buddy that I play games with quite a bit. And the thought was that one of us is playing a game where you have audio with somebody, like, Call of Duty or something, where you can talk to your enemy and mess with them or your teammates. And the other person is on a soundboard that grabs people's voices and throws them into AI and then like creates new sentences for them and starts trolling the team with your friendly players or your teammates. And then just obviously the normal soundboard stuff of like throwing in all the sound effects. And then the last thing that's kind of like a little like, okay, do I want to make some money, would be like grabbing some AI music and do like an AI top for the week, like a weekly top AI songs. Still may do that sometime, but gotta look into the legality and all that.
Yeah, it's got to be confusing. I'm sure that's an evolving front.
Oh yeah,
with like who has rights to their
AI
generated music.
I know it's a hot topic right now too, especially music. Like music alone is already a hot topic right now with plagiarism, and then AI as well is also all over the courts. So,
oh yeah,
facts. YouTube.
Hell yeah,
that's a good one.
I like it. Okay, my last one. Oh, go ahead.
I feel like the way to start with the YouTubing stuff is to try and get a following on like Twitch.
Yeah, that'd be fun. Just start doing some sessions and see how it goes.
Yeah. All right,
my last one is, which I still might do this someday. I want to be a Disney cast member. I just want to like work at a Disney park. Now, to me, that's like the perfect retirement job. Cause like, I don't know, I love Disney so much, and I feel like it'd be so fun to just get to work there and like let people on rides. I don't know. It sounds stupid when you say it out loud, but like, I think it'd be so fun.
My cousin does that.
I think it'd be amazing. I think I would love it. And you get all the perks, and I can go to the parks whenever I wanted to, and like, yeah, it sounds pretty awesome.
I feel like it could go one of two ways. Either it's exactly your vibe and perfect for your energy level and you'd love it, or you turn your favorite thing in the world into work and then you just end up hating it.
Yeah.
Like
maybe.
High risk, high reward.
Yeah.
I don't know if I could end up hating it, but it would take it would take some of the magic away for sure.
Yeah, because now you're seeing,
Because now I see it, yeah.
Yeah, you've seen.
Don't look behind the curtain.
Yeah.
I imagine
exactly.
That's probably just your bosses, Like there's shit jobs that can be fun with a good boss and a good company policies, and then there's amazing jobs that can just suck the life out of you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. It's all about that culture, and I don't know. I have a feeling that the Disney crunch culture is pretty extreme, with like everything that needs to happen around the park and
or even like they have these things called like Disney Photo Pass cast members, and all you do is just take pictures of people at like a certain spot for your like shift. And I feel like it'd be so fun to just like take pictures of people and make, put something tangible on like memories that'll last a lifetime for these people. Like, I just think there's certain jobs at Disney that I think would be so much fun to do and to have without like taking away too much of the magic. So
Yeah. So is that
Yeah.
a childhood dream job or a still dream job?
both.
Mm.
Even when I was a kid, I always said I would have loved to work at Disney, but I think I still have it. I think it'd be sick.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
Is it my turn?
Next. Yeah.
All right, I already said it. Pilot. I feel like everyone in the Air
Pilot.
Force has wanted to be a pilot at some point, and I was just way too busy having fun to care about school enough to get grades good enough to be a pilot. So I didn't earn my slot, and now I'm not a pilot, and I'm not that upset
Hey, it's
because
alright.
knowing a lot of the pilot, I've known a few pilots in the Air Force, and not exactly a happy bunch. So maybe I dodged a bullet. Who knows? But
True.
it still would have been cool. That's just me trying to justify me not getting one of my dreams to come true. It's good that I didn't try because I wouldn't have been happy anyway.
Exactly.
It's just a cover up.
It's a facade.
Yeah. Looks like old Jason is muted.
Oh,
All right, yeah.
He was
Kilo
back.
duty, but I'm here.
he's back.
So the last thing for me, and I've kind of have a side project with a bunch of this going to, is a indie game developer. Again, me and my buddy are working on a game that we're kind of just doing in our downtime. Like sometimes we'll play games, sometimes we'll work on the game. We have some really cool ideas. I think we both have like a good feel for what we like out of games, and neither of us really care about the money aspect. So eventually we're just going to put out a game that we both think is a blast to play. And then if it does well, it does well. If it doesn't, then we'll still have fun playing it.
Hell yeah.
Once again,
Sounds pretty
twinsies.
sick.
We literally started like Jason and I at the same time like approach each other over at Drill Weekend. We're like, I'm making a game. Like at like the exact
it's
same
funny.
time.
The same month.
That's
Everything.
so
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah, the best part is like our games are also like extremely similar in what we
Yeah.
had in mind. Like there's little differences and like little
Yeah.
things that we're focusing on that's different. But yeah, like the same almost everything.
Maybe all three of you then should go in on one together.
we talked about it, but I think they're both like their idea is different enough from my idea that it was like rather basically, we could join teams, but then somebody would have to give up something. And since it's for your like they're doing it for themselves and I'm doing it for me, then like I'm just gonna do me and they're gonna do them type of thing,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fair
A
enough.
big part of it's like learning about it too. So especially for a first time, like there's so many different aspects to the game design, and like some of the choices we've made like lock us into certain styles of development,
Okay.
like programs and stuff. So
Are you
if
guys
you
still
wanted to like
using
output something, then you would have to agree upon the thing that you're using to output the thing, which
yeah.
I mean, we've already had like weeks of discussion about exactly what we want. So yeah.
Are you guys using Unreal or Unity?
Unreal, and we're actually, I haven't checked in the past like month or so, but there's a plugin for it called Voxel plugin that we were kind of waiting on one of their major releases
Voxel 2.0.
to fix. Yeah, Voxel 2.0. Yep, which will solve one of the main hurdles, but we've been kind of lax with it, and if once that's in, that'll probably add another little fire under us to get back going.
Yeah. You know what's interesting is Maybe I won't get it. People won't care. Maybe they will. There's a game called Valheim. We'll talk about it offline. How Valheim does all the terrain manipulation, but don't use voxels is crazy. But anyway.
Yeah, there's a lot of really nerdy, interesting stuff with game design.
Yeah. That's very far over my head. I've been trying to learn. Well, that wraps it up for us, ladies and gentlemen. Right on the dot at 2 hours and now 6 seconds. So,
hell yeah.
Any parting words, Mr. Jason Logan?
That was a lot of fun. It's an honor to be on thy show. Thank you for the invite.
Of course.
Yes. You are welcome, sir. Thank you for being here.
Yes.
Ooh, before I forget, and I don't know if you remembered, David, I don't know what version of your name I'm supposed to say next. I don't remember what I said last time.
Logan.
Did you think of a topic for our next guest?
Yes, I did.
Whoa, do share.
Call it what you will, but the best bachelor food to make. So easy college food, whatever you want to call it.
Oh,
The top ramen, the mac and cheese.
I
whatever.
like that one.
You're welcome for my service.
All right. So best bachelor or bachelorette meal?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
All
Broke
right.
college kids
Meals.
vibes.
Yeah. All right, that's a good one. Yeah, we'll get it on there.
I like it.
Liv, any parting words?
I don't think so. Besides just thank you guys for listening as always. Make sure you get in the comments. I was sick all week, but Pena, I'm still sending you a $5 bill in the mail. You can get one too. You can get one too. If
You could just Venmo, but it's fine.
Yeah, that's true. That's way easier. All right, I'll Venmo you $5 if you comment.
For $5, we could probably buy like 10,000 bots to come and have
Just
views.
pimp us out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, then that wraps it up for episode 14. Thanks everyone for listening, and we'll see you next week. See you later.
See ya.
See you.